Hello YouTube, it's Friday, August 11th, 2023, 12:52 p.m. and I'm heading to work. I really wanted to head out of the apartment earlier than this, but I kept getting sidetracked trying to find things. And if you're not familiar with my YouTube channel, I'd just like to say, hi, my name is Dan, and I lose things. I'm severely mentally ill, and one of the symptoms of my illness is that I have some short-term memory issues, and I lose things a lot, and it makes my life very challenging. One of the reasons I shoot these videos is sometimes it helps me to remember things, like, you know, what I did the day before, and if I remembered to eat, and if I got a job that I need to go back to. So, good news since last night's video. I found my bus pass, so that's exciting. Turns out I dropped it on the floor in the hall right outside my bathroom. I really don't know how that happened, but I've been noticing that the back right pocket in these cargo shorts are really loose. I like these cargo shorts a lot. I wasn't able to wear them when I was working for Domino's because they're not black. And they're super comfortable, and they have a lot of pockets, but apparently the right rear pocket, which is a pocket I kind of trust to be secure for important cards and stuff, not so secure. So I checked the Lime app, and I did see that the scooter that I left here was going to be here. So that's a good thing. I'm off to a pretty positive direction with today, because I'm not wanting to use my car at all today. Hello and welcome back, YouTube. So far, doing today car free is working out really well. In fact, my ride with my Lime to Fry's, which I left parked over by the water machine over there. Can we see it from here? Can we see it? Can you see it? There's the green thing right there by the water machine. Yeah, I parked right there. Ride took me 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Yeah, I can't make it to the front door of the Fry's that fast driving, when one considers that I have to park my car and then walk into the Fry's from wherever I park my car. And also the fact that when coming through the shopping center, I have to slow down and stop for pedestrians and speed bumps. Just to be specific, I have to stop for pedestrians and slow down for speed bumps. I'm not stopping for speed bumps, but I'm definitely stopping for pedestrians. On an electric scooter, on the other hand, that's weaving in and out of that shit. Not a big deal. Speaking of alternative modes of transportation, check it out. Looks like we got fast chargers here. I'm not sure the compatibility of these with different electric cars, since I don't really drive electric cars anywhere other than for Hertz, and charging them is not my problem. But Electrify America is the branding on that. So if you know more about that than I do, please sound off in the comments. Let me know what electric vehicles those are for. I'm assuming those are DC fast chargers. So I'm walking over to Chase Bank right now. I came in here a couple of days ago, and they absolutely could not find my account. And I was just like, ma'am, I gotta go. I have to be somewhere at 4 o'clock. And I called somebody on the phone. It looked like there was one fraudulent charge since I lost my debit card, and that was supposedly reversed, but I'm still shown overdrawn, and with that reversed, I shouldn't be overdrawn, so I got to go in and handle that before they start hitting me with fees and shit. Because, yeah, I got 2 more notices today regarding my account being overdrawn, and I need to sort that out. Hopefully, they can find that I'm actually an account holder here. Hello and welcome back, YouTube. I hope that's not my bus leaving right now, because the bus app said it was on time and going to arrive at 1:14, and it's 1:10 right now, but I think that's the 44 South. But the app says it's going to arrive on time at 1:14, leaving 4 minutes early, leaving me behind here, stranded. I think that's what's going on. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I just jaywalked across this road. There's my bank. Here's my bus stop. I didn't plan the location of these things. I did make it safely across this road though. So a very captivating black woman in front of me in line at Chase. I'm assuming she's around my age, but absolutely stunning and gorgeous. I had an awkward moment, like almost literally physically running into her as I walked out of the bank. She was going back into the bank branch to pick something up. And I really don't know what her deal is. I would have loved to have had a conversation with her because she was absolutely gorgeous. But I'm thinking she was cold inside because her headlights were on, if you know what I mean. Which I think is why I found her so damn attractive. So anyway, let me see here. Yeah, the app shows that the bus is still here, and obviously the bus is not still here. So I'm thinking that was it. I think it just left 4 minutes early, and I've been standing here for 2 minutes sweating. I don't know why it's not updating. I mean, granted, my iPhone has really laggy internet service, so that could be part of the problem. I'm going to scroll down to the next bus stop to get an estimate on time. It says scheduled 1:15, and then it's showing scheduled at 1:15. Oh, it just updated. This app is so awkward to use lately. Oh, it just updated the position. No, it didn't update the position of the bus. It still shows it's sitting here, when quite obviously it's not sitting here. So the next stop, quarter mile down the way, by the crosswalk, across from Taco Bell. So it's supposed to be there at 1:15. It's 1:13. And yeah, this shows that bus is actually at Hubble Street, which is south of Oak. So yeah, bus showed up 4 minutes early, and consequently I missed it. Yeah, that's fabulous. So, has it updated in the app? Yeah, it's finally showing as not being right here. Early buses are worse than late buses, straight up. Yeah, it's still, if you look, can you see the schedule? Can you all see that? I'm going to screenshot it. Try to screenshot it. My iPhone screen ain't working right still, so. Oh yeah, Nope, I didn't manage to screenshot it because my iPhone screen being all wonky, I didn't screenshot it. So now it's showing the next bus will be at 1:45. Yeah, 1:45 means I'm late to work. So thank you for that, Valley Metro. Dang it, I'm trying to get to the map where I can rent another Lime, and for some reason it's stuck at me rating my last ride. You know, I don't need to rate every ride. I just need to see where the hell the scooters are sometimes. Oh man, it's so bright out here, I can't hardly see my phone screen. See what the hell I'm doing. Shooting on Obamaphone 3, by the way. I cleared off a little bit of space. I need to stop this because I can't. It's so bright, I can't see the map to see where the damn. I need to stop this. Hang on. I can't see to read the map because it's so bright, and the phones aren't bright enough for me to see them in the sun. And welcome back. So yeah, putting this phone down, I was able to, by this phone, I mean Obamaphone 3, I was able to kind of crouch my face over my screen enough to see what was going on with the Lime map. By the way, it's now 1:16. Had that bus showed up on time as opposed to 4 minutes early, I would probably be passing right here on the bus and not be worried about getting to work on time. But yeah, the only thing worse than a late bus, well, obviously a not showing up and canceled bus is worse, but as far as buses that actually show up, the only thing worse than a late bus is an early bus. Early buses completely screw over transit riders. And there was a woman also at that bus stop that showed up right after I did. So if she transferred from another route and her work commute involves her transferring to that bus, it's not show up for another, 3 minutes after she got there. Yeah, she's going to be late to work too. So Come on, Phoenix, fix your transit system. This is fucking ridiculous. Quit fighting with the Republicans about a multi-billion-dollar expense over light rail that's going to cover 2 miles that's already well served by a free shuttle that runs every 10 minutes, and do something about 44th Street. Seriously, the service on 44th Street is abysmal, and people who need to get to work and live along 44th Street can't do that reliably because y'all can't seem to straighten out the bus service on 44th Street. Don't hit me, dude. So there's the Taco Bell. Right under that tree there at that bus stop is where Lime has apparently been staging the scooters, but there's none there today. When I was able to look at the map, and I had to completely put both hands over my eyes to get it to where I could see the screen, because the sun is so bright here and just phone screens don't go bright enough for me to see them when I'm outside. Now she's got it going on. She got her own scooter. That's nice. Looks like it's a 9-bot. Looks like a 9-bot ES2 that she's got. Yeah, I should really get my 9-bots put together. There's the bus that you see most frequently on 44th Street. It's the not in service bus. Those buses go up and down the street, but they don't actually pick anybody up. It's not helpful, but costing taxpayer dollars anyway. So yeah, scooter that lady that I walked by who completely ignored me. That looked like a 9-bot ES2. The reason I could identify it as an ES2 and not an ES4 is it didn't have the external battery pack, which greatly increases its range. Without the external battery pack, its range is about 14 miles. And with the external battery pack, it's almost 30. So yeah, definitely worth it to convert your ES2s into ES4s with the external battery pack, which can be added on afterwards. I have a couple of those. I just need to get them fucking repaired. And hopefully now that I'm a little bit more caught up money-wise and not trying to work such an insane schedule, maybe I can actually get that done. So one of the reasons I was struggling to read the map in the Lime app, aside from the obvious of just cell phones, screens are not bright enough to be seen in the Phoenix sun, is that, and there's just not enough shade, like real shade on Phoenix streets in the pedestrian areas, or in general. It'd be nice to drive in the shade too. Is the fact that for some reason the Lime app was displaying 44th Street up and down. That is a big pet peeve of mine, is maps that rotate. I'm an old school map guy. Whenever I'm looking at a map, I expect north to be up, and all north and south streets to be going up and down, and all east and west streets to be going left to right when I look at the map. And I don't know how that got whacked. It's definitely how I had it when I left it, but I know you can touch things and mess with that. It doesn't always lock north as up, as maps always should be. It was showing 44th Street going left to right, which in my mind is east to west, and just nothing was making sense as I was glancing at what little bit I could see of the map due to the screen not being bright enough to figure out where the hell scooters were. And of course I'm like, there should be a scooter right where I left it at Fry's, but I couldn't figure out where the hell Fry's was at the map. Now, to be fair, walking back to the scooter at Fry's was my closest scooter to that bus stop, but of course that would require me trying to walk across 6 lanes of traffic, which is trying to kill me. I mean, as you can see, I don't have much protection from it on this narrow-ass sidewalk as these cars whiz by me doing, anywhere between 40 and 50 miles an hour. Yeah, not much protection for pedestrians in Phoenix. It's a dangerous place. And we lead the nation in car pedestrian deaths and injuries, consequently. So, yeah, anyway, that would have involved me crossing this dangerous street and backtracking. Kind of disappointed to see there were none staged up by the Taco Bell, because I was kind of considering going by Taco Bell and grabbing some food on the way to work. But it did show one on 44th Street just south of Oak. So I figured that has me walking, still moving towards work, even if I'm moving towards work very slowly. And It will make for a shorter time ride so as to use less of the 60 minutes in my subscription that I prepaid for. And yeah, I should be able to see the scooter from here, and I don't. All right, it's clear enough to walk. You know, one thing would help is if the sidewalks were recessed instead of being right up against the street where cars can get off the side, jump the curb and kill you. It'd be nice if the sidewalks were down here in the shade and away from the street where it's safer. All right, I'm gonna pull out my iPhone. I'm gonna need it to unlock my scooter anyway. Looking across the street to see if maybe the scooter is over there. Shit, where's my iPhone? Okay, there it is. Sometimes it's tough to remember which pocket all the phones are in. So as I was mentioning early today, oh, for some reason this stupid map has got south facing up. No wonder it's messing me up. I mean, just because I'm facing south doesn't mean I want my map with south facing up. I always want north facing up. Anyway, it shows, oh, hello. They're right there at the bus stop in front of me. How the fuck did I not see that? So, as I was saying, my name is Dan, and I lose stuff. I found my bus pass, but I'm missing some other stuff, but I found some other stuff, and I'll explain more about that once I get in motion. But right now I'm trying to unlock this line. Looks like it has a pretty good, decent amount of battery. Okay, one problem I have with the Lime app sometimes, and I'm sure it doesn't help that I have such an old wonky phone with a bad screen, but sometimes when it opens up to scan the app, the camera, it doesn't enable the camera. It just goes to, it shows the window, but it just shows blackness. Anyway, I need to stop this because it looks like I'm going to have to manually type in the scooter number. All right, so my Lime ride took me about 7.5 minutes. Yeah, much more convenient than riding the bus. I went ahead and decided to stop it there since I've got plenty of time to go across the catwalk and get to the SkyTrain. By the way, I should do a time check. 1:34 p.m. Friday, August 11th, 2023. So, walking across the light rail platform to get over to the overpass. Now, as I've filmed before, they've closed the door to the right, which used to be the entrance door, and they only have the door to the left open, and they posted up a security guard where this catwalk begins. Now, this catwalk is supposed to be a public amenity that also allows transfer to Route 44, and this is a public facility. Like, I should be allowed to just go here regardless of having a badge that shows I work here, or a ticket. But the last time I went through here, the guy gave me flack about not having my badge. Well, as I said, I lose stuff. I can't seem to find my employee badge for MLS. But I'm going to walk through and see if he makes the assumption that I'm not deaf. People are really bad about not recognizing disabilities, and if I'm not talking, it's very plausible I could be deaf. Well, fortunately, not the conflict I was expecting. Thank God. Yeah, the security guy this time around looked to be a black man. Like really elderly, like at an age he shouldn't be working, like the President of the United States. And he barely looked up from his podium. He mumbled something, couldn't really make it out. Whatever it wasn't my problem. So there's the Route 44 down below. That's the bus I should have been on had it not decided to leave the stop 4 minutes early. Not a problem. I got my Lime subscription. It only cost me a little bit of walking and 7 minutes of maybe 8 minutes of my Lime subscription, which is not a problem. Honestly, I have more of an issue with not using all 60 of my minutes in 3 days, so good to make use of it. And I enjoyed the ride. Speaking of the ride, 44th Street southbound does not have bike lanes. It has 3 lanes each direction for motor vehicles, but no bike lanes. The posted speed limit is 40. Most people drive between 45 and 50 and have no concern whatsoever for pedestrians or anybody using anything other than a motor vehicle. In fact, most of them have no consideration for other people using motor vehicles, just themselves. Contrary to popular rumor, it is illegal to ride a scooter on a sidewalk. I'm not saying I don't, but it's posted right on the back of the Lime scooter and in the Lime app repeatedly, do not ride on the sidewalk. Now, I tend to alternate between the sidewalk and the street depending on the flow of traffic and how open the sidewalk is. Obviously, there's pedestrians. If there's pedestrians on the sidewalk, my concern is not being a danger to those pedestrians. When I am riding on the street, all right, here comes my train. You'll see it. When I am riding on the street, I take up the entire first lane, the entire right lane. There are 3 lanes southbound. There's 2 other lanes that traffic can merge into if they don't want to follow me at 15 miles per hour.
Please stand clear of the doors and allow
I
passengers.
still had one very entitled looking white woman in a white SUV that felt the need to crowd me and not move into the additional lane. And as I looked to the left to see what her deal was, yeah, she was driving the vehicle with her left hand and holding a cell phone with her right hand. So, yeah, welcome to Phoenix, y'all. And it's 1:54 p.m. I would say I'm more or less to work on time, so yay. Of course, I still need to find somebody that can give me a ride from where Hertz drop-off is over to the time clock. Excuse me, the woman that I was standing behind and waiting to get on the SkyTrain is just absolutely gorgeous to me. And I'm curious why she's struggling to walk. I wish I could be of help to her with that and other things. So even though this takes notably longer than driving, I'm enjoying this a whole lot more. I'm just sick of driving in the heat. I'm sick of all the issues with my car. I'm sick of traffic. I'm sick of the unpredictability of traffic. I spend enough time driving these rental cars. I don't feel like driving when I leave work. And there's the escalators going down to the other rental car companies. I'm not sure who's on the bottom floor, but look at that escalator. That is a long way down. I want to ride that one of these days just for the fuck of riding it. All right, they've got us pushed farther out again. Normally, drop-off is just right here by the door where I stopped at. But they've got us lined up here, which tells me they're probably expecting a lot of drop-offs. I would love to just grab a car and drive it down, but I've been warned that not to drive any cars while I'm off the clock. I've seen other people do it. I'm not going to do it, but I've been warned not to drive anything while off the clock, that it creates an insurance issue, which is yo. Oh, I think that guy's actually a customer. What the hell is he doing over here? Because, yeah, I could take that one to the tire line right now, put a yellow hat on it. Take that one to the PM line, also known as the PMS line. That's what the sign says. That probably needs an oil change. This one goes down to retail. That doesn't get me all the way to work. Although it's a lot closer. I can walk there from there. And then F, that means, that also means needs an oil change. Speaking of vehicles and the oil change line, one of the funniest things that happened to me at work last night was I got to the oil change. I'm moving vehicles forward in the oil change line, and of course there's stuff that was left behind by the previous shift, and there was a Tesla Model 3 there. Yeah, Tesla Model 3 that needs an oil change. Somebody explain to me how that works.